Hi, I'm Marysol. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating December's currently page, and as you can see right here I have a blank page because I am going to doodle using some of Planet Derby's stickers. I have the Snowden Magic of Christmas, Snow Much Fun, and Cutting Edge. And Snow Much Fun and Cutting Edge are stickers from her previous release, new in her shop or will be coming to her shop, or Magic of Christmas Quotes and Snowden. So stay tuned because she has several, about 30 plus sticker sheets coming on Black Friday, and they are all so much fun, and you're going to love. So stay tuned to all the sneak peeks and information that I will be sharing and posting on my feed on Instagram. And if you're not on Instagram, you can certainly check her site out by going down to my description below and looking for her link. So here I am. As you can see, I kind of had to redo the December because it was kind of off-centered. I really didn't like how that looked. So I kind of took another page and I wanted to see that, I'm not perfect. I make several mistakes, and so I decided to bring you along on how I fix when I don't like my lettering or center my lettering. That's my baby. He is next to me right now. So you'll hear a little bit of talk, baby talk, and movement. All right, so back to this. So, yeah, I wanted to share that, I'm not perfect at lettering, and I also do mistakes, and so it wasn't centered, and I decided to take another page and put it under it, and so that gave me a better guide to center my lettering. So I did use a right tag 0.20. It's kind of flat, and so I'm liking that pen right now. So I used it to write the currently under and add some washing. So I am here. So I needed something big enough to kind of create scenes. I'm making some snow globes for my currently, and I'm going to use the big one to create scenes, and then the smaller ones to kind of do a traditional currently page of things of like what I'm watching, what I'm enjoying, that kind of stuff this month. I don't remember what I did last month for my currently, if I even had a currently last year. Not last month, last year for December. I can't even remember. I do remember November's, but I can't remember December for some reason. Maybe I have to look back and check. But anyways, so I went and got a magnet because it was kind of big enough to create scenes in it, as my guide or stencil, so I can create scenes. And so here I'm sorry it's off frame. When I start to kind of doodle, I forget and keep bringing it close to me just so that I can see better what I'm doing. But I try my best to keep it in frame. Not always, but I'm trying my best. So with the circle stencil, I attempted to use kind of a variety of the shape, like big and small, to give it some dimension and flow and not make it, look all the same. And so that is what I'm doing here. Now, after I created this, I did, ooh, bless you, baby. I did kind of realize that the bottom is more like overlapping than it is on the top, and there are some awkward spaces, so I decided to which you'll see. I decided to add some quotes and a little bit of decor in between that. And I mean, at least what I was able to find that not only matched the vibrant red of the stickers and the washi tape, but also that blue kind of teal color. So as you can see, like I said, this is pretty much done. And like the bottom is really nice overlapping, and then the top feels like it's separate. So now I'm using Tech. I believe this is a 0.4 or 8.3 that I'm using to kind of trace out the glass part of the snow globes. And I use a thicker one for the stand, which is 8.8. Now, you're going to see in a minute, I didn't think about it at the time to kind of color it in before I trace my little plaques to kind of put in the names on the snow globes, or like tags to, you know, what I'm dedicating that snow globe to, and like for the prompts, I guess. And I wish I would have done that first and then kind of traced over it. But I didn't think about it. And then at the end, I mean, I thought it turned out really nice, but it felt really blank and without color. And once I colored the stands in, I used a mile gray mile liner. It felt complete and finished. So I wish I would have thought of that earlier before I did this and traced it all out. Oh, bless you, baby. But I didn't, and so yeah, it's just life, right? You don't think about it in the moment, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, maybe I should have done this. So I erased it, but I didn't do a really good job, and so you'll see, I think you'll see, or maybe I edited out, I'm not sure, that I go back in and erase a lot more around, because I didn't do a really good job at it. So this part, I did find it kind of difficult, because I couldn't see the line under it. I've always wanted to buy that light that goes under the paper so you can trace over, or at least cut, you know, so you can see where your line is at to have a better cut. But I did my best at cutting. And so that first big snow globe, I am going to use Snow Much Fun. And I'm going to do a scene kind of like, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Frosty. I thought they were so cute, and why not dedicate a snow globe to them? And so that is what I'm doing right there. I do add some like snowflakes at the end, but not right now. And then I'm just going around it and kind of making it look like glass, like there's water inside and there's like movement, right? So the next snow globe, I want to make a scene, kind of like, you know, trees in the back and a sled and some mittens and a beanie to kind of, you know, like make it seem like there's kids going down a hill. And so you'll see I don't want to say I struggled with this one, but kind of getting the layering to how I want it. I kind of did struggle a tad bit. The only good part was that I did cut on top of the wax paper, and that seemed to be easier. But I'm using natural light, and you'll see in a bit that I have to turn on my overhead lights because it starts to get overcast and very dark and I could barely see what I was doing. But as of right now, this is like natural light, and it's been sunny over here in Washington, at least in the area that I'm living. And so it just is really nice to have that natural light versus when I don't have natural light, when it's all like overcast and gloomy. And so the last one, I'm using the cutting edge, and I wanted to dedicate a snow globe. I don't know why, but Christmas always reminds me of a snow globe with and a princess ice skater, right? And kind of the princess, or I call it princess, but the ice skater just twirling inside the snow globe. So that was kind of the effect that I was trying to get. Now, what I'm doing here is I wanted to make the lake, the ice lake, so make it seem like the princess ice skater was out right side. And I wanted to make it seem like she was on some really thick ice on a lake. And this has been done by Happy to Plan by Desiree. She does this where she takes like that first squad group book from the Happy Planner, and she makes like water with that with the summer theme. And so I thought to use it for the ice. And so it turns out really nice. It doesn't look like water. At least to me it doesn't, because I was trying to accomplish that. And then I do add some more snow it layering from Planet Darby's sticker on the top to kind of give it that lake effect of ice. So I'm going to add some trees here, and then I'm going to add the ice skater. I do move around the trees a lot more than anticipated, just to make it seem like, far, I don't know, give it some dimension in the snow globe. Bless you, my gosh. You're sneezing so much, baby. So here I am. I am cutting around it, and I did nip my paper a lot more than I would usually nip it with my X-Acto knife, but I was trying to cut all the layers of the stickering, and I just went too deep in some areas and then not too deep in other areas, which is why you see me struggling here. So here it is. These are my snow globes. I'm actually really happy how they turned out. They are a little wobbly in some areas, but I think that because it looks a lot more doodled than not, it looks cool, at least to me. Like I said, it is wobbly, so it doesn't look like that glass perfect circle. And I think I prefer that more than not. I'm here adding some lines to my lettering, and I do this quite often where I kind of like take the emoji point 3E and just go inside the brush lettering and kind of mark it with my pen, and it kind of stands out more. So with this, I believe I did watching, loving, enjoying, feeling, looking forward to, and I can't remember the other one. But I am going to do a reel. I don't fill this out here, but I am going to do a reels filling it out on on Instagram. So if you want to see what I write in, make sure to check out my Instagram to see more of my content. And right now I'm just adding some more snowflakes, and I'm going to add these all around frosty. You know how when you shake the snow globe, it has like that snowy effect. So I wanted to actually use the snowflakes that came with the sticker sheet to go around Mr. and Mrs. Frosty. And I named the one with the sled, with the hat and the mittens, the beanie and the mittens, Sled Day. And what I'm doing here is just adding like the little pebbles that come in the snowflake, and that really looked like it was snowing inside there more than bless you, well, not snowing, more like somebody just picked it up and shook the snow globe. So that to me turned out pretty cool. And then with the Princess Ice Skater, I decide to add a few snowflakes, not a whole lot, just a few. Like it's at the end of the shake and they're like starting to come all down. And maybe what I should have done was kind of like add a pile onto like the snow, but I didn't think of that until right now, which usually happens, right? I kind of forget, and then I'm like, well, not forget, I kind of see it, and then I'm like, oh, that could have been a good idea. I should have done this. But I didn't think of it at the moment, so it's all right. Here I'm just polishing a little bit the edges of where I caught Mrs. Frosty, because it didn't look crisp. And then I go over it with the Tech 0.8 because it just didn't look right. So here, I usually do this off camera, but I decided to do it on camera. And I don't always do it on camera because it doesn't always come out right, but this time it did. A lot better than other times. And I used some Tombow permanent adhesive tape to kind of glue it to my December currently, and it lined up just perfectly with the page. So like I said, here I am just grabbing that mile liner and going around it. And I apologize, I think I used the lighter gray, but I keep pulling it closer to me to color it in. There goes my minion. She's probably trying to come up the stairs. That's Isabella. She laughs really hard. Well, she laughs like she enjoys it. So I find it cute and funny. So here I am. I'm just going to go all around and color it. And like I said, this right here was what gave it like the perfect look. It didn't look unfinished anymore once I colored the stand in. I think that was the best decision I made, because I was like, I'm either going to love it or I'm going to highly regret it after creating this really nice page. So I'm really happy how it turned out. And yeah, this is pretty much it. I just want to remind you guys that this Friday, Planet Darby will be having her Black Friday sale, releasing all of her stickers for the season. And you can check out her site down below in the description box. And this is my spread. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of my content, please consider subscribing. Give this a thumbs up. check out my Instagram page and my TikTok. I'm trying to build those up as well. And yeah, give me any feedback. If you want to see something more or something less. Other than that, yeah, this is pretty much it. Really happy with how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.